Alrighty, Mr. Taylor, what happened last time?
Well, you see, it went something like this. We fought that demon, held Enoshi. After she fell, took all of that sweet, sweet damage. She gets up, she looks at Turkara, and get this, she says, I don't know what you want with us, but I'm going to find out. Turkara is enveloped in darkness. Held Enoshi then flees to the second floor. Lilavati, Love, and I believe Mariella take chase. At this point, Heldenoshi is hanging by a thread. She's just minutes from death. Nay, mere moments from death. And just as Love thinks he's about to get it, Mariella steals it from him. Truly a tragic moment. The party then makes its way to the laboratory above the plant-filled room. And then Tayed San shows up. Well, we meet him in his little alcove. But before that happens, Sorkovan stays behind, or tries to. Only Turkara really notices. Well, only Turkara acts upon this and tries to convince Sorkovan to come with, but he explains without explaining he has a task left unfinished. Turkara gives him 5 minutes before she and the rest of the party will return to help. During that time, Sorkovan feasts, drinks on Heldenoshi's flesh and blood. One of the cast of loyals throws a net made of web over Sorkovan, but he escapes. This entity above the water speaks into a stone, and at the time he didn't know her identity, of course. When he returns, there's a very convenient fact. There's too much urgency. We can't discuss the specific reason for his bloodied nature, why he's covered in the viscera. It's very convenient. Um, and because of that, they make their way to Tayed. They return the gem that was held by held Enoshi. Tayed wishes to contact Keone. He leaves with Lilavati, Takara, and Kor. The rest stay behind. They see a human woman, two gnomish women. Tayed tells them he and his people, they will no longer be slaves to the Castives. They're returning to their tribe. And one of the women asks the party who they really are. This is when Kor comes in. He deftly deceives the woman by feigning his involvement in what happened to Elenoshi. She responds. Some people are trying to sabotage what's happening to their operation, but she doesn't know who. She buys Kor's deception. She tells them she saw a purple tiefling. I don't know who this purple tiefling could be, but she saw one. And it just so happened Turkara saw the same purple skinned tiefling headed towards the entrance to the temple. This woman mentions Lao's father as someone to report to regarding the operation. If only they knew why they were being sabotaged, at least they wouldn't have to return completely empty handed. They head up to the Sahuagins' room, the other one on the first floor, which is really the highest floor of the dungeon. Um, and this includes the priestess Rira, who the party had originally met to help them and aid them with defeating Heldenoshi and then subsequently with Votok. While they were gone, Sarkovan had a little confrontation with Mariella. He got a little high strung with the whole taking notes thing. But they had to, I mean, we all had to decide whether a long rest was worth losing the full force of our Sahuagin allies or to forego it, to have all their help. And in the end, we decided to take a short rest, foregoing the long rest in favor of all of the allies. Sorkovan asks Rira if he may use the scale of Sekala once more, but is denied. Rira states the scale is more powerful in her hands. Eochora and Kor both try to surmise if Sorkovan is lying about allowing the scale to return to its original owner, and they had varying degrees of success with that insight check. Eventually, the party and its allies storm the mighty Dominant's domain. We fight it, and we're fighting it, and here we are. And if anybody wants to jump in to something I forgot, please do so. But I do believe that's mostly everything.
Yeah, that just about covers it. Cool. Alrighty, so with that, we can start the next round of combat. So the Mighty Dominance Both Talk is up. Alrighty.
Guess whose beer is here? PRB.
Okay.
Who would I get? Oh, who would I give haste to? I think it was Core.
Corey and Takara both have
Takara.
some kind of effects on them.
I think it was them.
Yeah, it was.
When did you give that haste? Was that during the fight?
Yeah.
That was at the very beginning, right?
Yes.
That's probably the first thing I did, yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
Because we've only technically had one round.
One long round.
Yep.
just gonna roll 3 attack rolls for this one. This one. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, I need to reroll some stuff real quick. Wait, no, stop doing that. And then wait, I don't have it targeted. Alright, well that yeah, so the vines from Voltok whip out, striking the 3 Sahuagin in front of it, cutting their skin with the barbed edges, and wrapping up each of them as they are all restrained by the vines. Where is there a restrained icon? Yes. And then begins pulling Takara Sahuagin towards its open mouth.
I'm sorry?
You're the Sahuagin that you're in charge of.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't know why that didn't apply the damage, but and he is.
It says your GM has requested a roll from your character. Is that my Sir Hooligan?
Oh, I think both of y'all have access to it. So,
Oh,
which
gotcha.
one do? Oh, just hit Oh, make
Saving
a
throw.
yeah, just hit saving throw. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He is eaten alive. And he just screams, shouting in the Sahuagin language as you see. Not only is he being crushed by the pressure of the creature's mouth, but the enzymes is like burning the skin off of his body until he's fully devoured. And so the feast begins. Core, you're up.
Okay, just a couple questions. The extra attack from haste, or the extra attack that I get when I make the attack action, does
Yes.
that occur with haste extra action as well?
So you can normally make 2 attacks a turn. Haste
Yeah.
gives you a third attack, so you can now make 3 attacks a turn. But you can also
Okay.
use that action to do other stuff besides attacking if you want.
Gotcha. How about action surge?
If you action surge, let me see. Let me check on haste because that is interesting. Um, so action surge would not give you anything more, would not increase what haste does for you. So with
Okay.
action surge, you could then make up to 5 attacks.
Okay. Okay. So. Okay. So if I were to do both, it would.
Yeah, and you use all of your actions for attacking, you would do 5 attacks.
Cool. Okay, that's what I needed to know. Okay. Hell yeah. So let me just double check something. All right, cool. I am going to move right here, going to raise my javelin up, and I'm going to say, I strike thee with the power of 1,000,000,000 volts, and charge up my javelin to strike at the mighty dominance.
Nice.
And I'm guessing if I do the attack, it would automatically do the um the magical effect with.
Let's find out.
Okay, cool. Let me just targeting target. You know.
Nice. Okay, so that just did the spear damage, but I think if you click the other formula button under Javelin of Lightning in the chat log, it'll roll the
Mhm.
lightning damage. And then
I like this very rectangular battlefield, so I can actually have a bunch of other tabs open on the screen at the same time.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so
Oh
how
wait,
about
that's the dexterity thing, which I don't think applies because it
Bolt of Lightning.
doesn't affect the target, if I recall correctly.
On a hit, the target takes damage from the javelin plus 4d6 lightning damage.
Oh, okay, so it does that too.
Yeah, so it takes another 14 points of damage.
Okay, so I do that. Then I use my bonus action to summon the javelin back to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And correct me if I'm making a mistake or anything. Then I'd like to get up next to the thing, and I do my second attack with my. Does that count as an attack? To where I would do
The
the
javelin is
second
one
attack.
of your attacks, yes.
Okay, cool. So I do my second attack with just the standard javelin. Oh, I was targeting myself.
Here, I'll undo that.
There we go. Okay, there we go. All right. Then I do the haste extra attack.
Or not to cut you off, but did I cast
Yep.
spark on you? Is that with that electricity icon
I
on
think it
you?
is. I think it is.
That might have
I
been
can
haste,
But was that
maybe.
I see shocked next to empowered. So I think you did cast.
I can see that I cast spark the last time that we played. I just can't remember who I cast it on. It was
Oh,
either Core or Takara.
Lov,
I'm
did you
seeing that.
twin haste? Do you have twin spell and you twin haste?
I did.
Okay, that's so yeah, Takara and Core are hasted. Core is also charged.
Okay.
Okay.
That means you can add 1d8 lightning damage. Actually, you would have had to do it on your next attack.
Yeah.
So that would have happened,
On the javelin throw.
yeah, on the javelin throw.
And then
Okay.
goes away after the.
Yeah, sparks only for one hit.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just roll an extra d8.
Wait, I lied. I'm so sorry. I was only reading the first part. I'm casting it at. Oh no, that is right.
All right. So 5 more damage.
5 extra damage. Okay. Then I do the. So, what was I? Oh, yeah. I do the haste extra attack.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I do the action surge extra attack. Okay.
Wait. So you've done 4 attacks, right?
Yes. No,
Uh,
that was my last attack. So I think it was the javelin, then. Oh wait, yeah. That was
See-
4 attacks. I'm sorry.
So you get one more.
Welcome
So I have one more.
to
Okay.
fighter nonsense.
Okay, last attack.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. You are
All right.
laying on the
that was 5.
damage.
Yes, sir. All right, and that is my turn.
Oh, sorry. One other thing. I forgot when it ate the dude, it regains some hit points.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Still has less than when it started its last turn. But Love, you're up.
Do I have to?
Yes. Also, Liam, Taylor, beer time if you want.
I'll run to get mine after my turn.
Yeah, I don't want to join in, Chris. Don't worry.
I guess I'll go and get mine real quick. Right, ready?
Wow. You know what, guys? Have fun. All right. I'm gonna kill this
will.
creature while you guys are getting hammered over there. All
You
right.
can do both at the same time.
Stay horny, my friend.
All right. Here we go. Uh, Oh my gosh. All right. Here we go. Magic missile at 3rd level. Whip out the wand and yeah. So I think I have to roll more.
What level?
Uh,
3rd level.
5d4
So
plus
that's-
5. Yeah.
So one of them already rolled, so I need 4 more rolls.
Yes. All the ones. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
I'm going to use a sorcery point to empowered spell.
You can roll one more, I think. That was only 3.
Oh, really?
Only 4.
You for sure?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4
I needed
rolls.
5.
Yeah, you need a
Yes.
5.
All right. Has it been subtracting damage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do what I said I was going to do. The empowered spell. Using my last sorcery point. Okay. Reroll a number of damage dice up to your charisma modifier. Alright. 2, 4 of the dice. So I'm gonna reroll the ones, obviously. I'll just 1, 2, 3. I'll just reroll the 3 ones. What the hell? I'll reroll the 4. The 2 I rolled as well.
Okay.
Alright,
So
so how
you're
should
rolling
I do that?
just roll 4d4, and then that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage that you're replacing with the new roll. Because there were
Okay.
3 1s and 1 2.
I don't know how to do this with
Just
this
just
dice.
there's a little D4 button under the
I
chat. You
know.
can just click that 4 times, and then hit
Oh,
enter or hit roll.
okay, wait. Okay. 4d4, correct?
Yeah.
Bobo. Did I do that wrong?
No, that. Hold on.
+7.
Did it? Okay, and then it gets 5 back, because that's the numbers you rolled. All right, that should have done it. Cool.
Did absolutely nothing with my third level spell. That's it. But that's it.
Wait, is that right? All right. Oh, at the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action as it kind of leans forward, and several of the pods on it open up, and 3 individuals step out. One of whom looks kind of familiar.
Oh
Look what
my
they've done to my
gosh.
boy. My
Wait, is that the
boy.
right one? Oh. And then, yeah. All right. Lav, your Sahuagin is up.
Alright. I forgot that I
Crap.
need to actually.
Forgot about that.
Damn it. Multi attack. One with its bite and one with its claws. Yeah.
And he does see that the two other Sahuagin, who are kind of the leaders of the Sahuagin group, are both trapped in the vines of this creature.
Oh, he's definitely gonna try to save them by killing this creature, because he's not dumb. All right. Is he dumb? Let's roll for intelligence.
Okay.
Smart enough. Here we go.
They get advantage, don't they?
Yes, and you have 2 attacks, but one of them has to be a bite.
This is the advantage.
Nice.
Okay. So it did the damage already?
Yeah.
Alright, now for the bite. Also advantage?
Yes.
Okay, goofed. Oh! What bam. That's it.
All right. Lil Vati, your Sahuagin is up.
My dude is gonna over here
Mm-hmm.
and try and attack the tentacle that's grabbing Rira.
All right, make an attack roll. Oh, the 15 would hit the tentacle, so go ahead and roll damage. And on target
Right.
Vatak,
Okay,
because it
yeah.
doesn't apply. The damage doesn't
Yeah.
apply to him, and it applies to the tentacle or vine, I should say. All right, so 3 damage. Yeah. Stabs into the vine and breaks part of it, but not enough to cut all the way through and free Rira. But you imagine that some more damage would make it through.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What?
Um, Wilvati Sahuagin stabbed the vine holding Rira and did some damage, but not quite enough to break through it.
Okay.
Gonna attack the use a bite now on it
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 4 damage.
4 damage. It's close, but not quite. These are pretty thick vines. You're sure one more hit will do it.
He's gonna move over here now, and then that's gonna be his turn.
All right. And you're up now, Wilvati.
Question: if I use my white flame ability on a 2-hit spell, do I still have to roll to hit?
No. If it's single target attack roll, you don't need to roll to hit.
Okay, I'm going to use white flame scorching ray.
Nice.
Let's see. Cast spell. I'm gonna use it on our 3 friends that are damaged.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong? Yeah, I'm just gonna roll whatever. It makes me. So I'm gonna reroll the 1. So that's
9
9
healing.
heat
I'll just
on
go
my,
from left to right.
yeah.
And then just roll 2d6. Yep.
Reroll the 2. So plus 2.
So that's 8
So
or 10.
10. Yeah.
Nice.
The 2. So that's plus 3, so another 10 in the last one.
Nice.
And then Mozilla is going to attack the plant with Flame Seed.
All right.
I'm gonna reroll the 2. So that is 6 damage instead of 4.
Okay, so 2 more damage. Oh, wrong way. All right. Cool.
And done.
All right, Ted Sayuna's up. I don't remember who is controlling him.
It was Liam.
Okay.
Liam, you muted.
Yep, it's mine.
Cool.
Okay. I'm going to target. Let's see, what do I want to do here? So the two of them. So the two of these guys, they're mates, right?
Yeah.
Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to target her vine to get her free.
Nice.
Okay. Where's the...
Cool. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, so with that third attack, that's enough to break the vine, freeing Rira as she lands on her feet. And the vine kind of
Okay.
coils back into Valtok.
Okay, and I'm going to use my second Warm Hammer attack against its vine.
Cool. That'll hit.
Okay. Okay.
Before is not enough. So he just bruises the vine pretty badly with his coral club, but doesn't break it quite yet. All
All
right.
right.
Let's see. At the end of his turn, it's going to use another legendary action. All right, let's see if this works. Nope. Okay, that's annoying. Hold on, nope. So, where is it? Let's see what actually start like here. All right, so dink, dink, dink. All right, that should be. Oh, it rolled itself. Whatever. Y'all should be. It should have asked y'all to make dexterity saving throws as one of the pods opened up and a stream of acid spits out from the creature. Um.
Me as well. It didn't ask me
Oh yeah,
specifically.
go ahead and roll. That should be. Oh,
I'm sorry. Oh, I was okay.
Okay.
all right. Oh, you had Mozilla selected, I think, or something like that.
Yeah. That was. I'll just do it.
Sure.
Dex save.
And then one for Rira as well, Taylor. Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yes. I'll fail.
Oof.
Yeah. All of you take 7 points of acid damage. Um, this podling is up. It's gonna swing at this. So who again? So for 4. All right, Marielle is up. She's gonna shoot this to who again? Oh. I did that. And then get sneak attack damage. Kills him. And she's gonna shoot this podling. Alright, that guy's dead. Rira is up now. And she has um corrosive sap on her from before, so she takes 5 points of acid damage automatically. That's not right. There you
5 points and she's out, huh? Damn.
go.
I still have the same amount as I did before. I'm just gonna change it manually.
Oh, okay. I think it just didn't send the update because it looked correct on my side. But yeah, all right. So what? Your turn.
Okay. First things first, I need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
I save, so I do not experience the curse of the scale of Sekala. As a bonus action, I cast Spiritual Weapon.
Nice. I'll give you a token real quick. Here, we'll do this, I guess. And I'll make that smaller because it's not that big.
Damn, that would have been cool.
All right, where do you want your spiritual weapon?
The space to the left of Rira.
All right.
Actually,
One
I
sec.
take that back. I can make it appear as long as it's 5 feet from the creature. Is that what it says?
I mean, anywhere you want within range, probably.
Okay, the
It has,
range
it has to be
is
5 feet if you're making an attack roll.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah,
okay, but the range is 60 feet.
yeah.
Okay, in that case, I lied. I want it on the space directly on the opposite side of the mighty. Yep, perfect.
Cool.
And then how do I, if I select the token and then alt select or control select?
Control select while talk, and then click standard roll or the icon for the spiritual weapon. That should do the
Okay.
attack.
By the way, I'm casting it at 3rd level.
I don't think it actually does anything better at 3rd level, because it's for every
really?
2 levels above 2nd that it increases damage. The damage increases by 1d8 for every 2 slot levels above 2nd. So you would need to do 4th level to get the extra damage.
I'm gonna not do that then.
Yes, second
That's
level's
okay.
fine. Yep.
All right. I'll redo it. Let's see. Okay. Attack. Natural 1
Oof.
on the attack. Okay.
You still have an action though.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite with advantage because it has less than all of its hit points.
Mhm. Yeah, and she has a staff, but she uses she places the scale on top of her staff and like uses it as a spellcasting focus.
Oh. So she doesn't?
No, I mean she still has all the effects of the spell, but it's also like key to the function of her spells.
Okay. And then I think I get a claw as well.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Wait, did you roll the bite? Oh, it didn't target. Sorry. Yeah, 17 hits, so you can roll damage for that.
Okay, sweet.
All right.
And then the claw also at advantage. Does 11 hit?
No, 11 does not.
Okay. And then I think that is her turn.
And Sarkovan.
Okay. Is it reasonable to think that Turkara is going to try and hit somebody on her turn? I think so. I'm going to move. It's doing the same thing where I can't move my guy.
That's annoying. Click and ping, like click and hold where you want to move to.
Next to Turkara. Thank you.
Yep.
I am going to, as a bonus action, cast. Yep, you guessed it. Spark, but this time at 3rd level.
Nice.
Havoc no longer flows through you. Now you embody him. Go forth and unleash unlimited power. Let's see.
That was a good
And as-
reference.
And I'll, as my action, I think he ruled that I can exchange an action for a bonus action.
Yes.
All right, in that case, I'll also pop a bardic inspiration. I don't know why it rolled, but
I guess it's marked as damage for some reason. Cool. Is that your turn?
Yeah, and I give it to Takara.
Right.
And like I imagine like in my head later, I'm thinking later about writing down notes about how Takara rushed into battle, unleashed her attack, and completely decimated all of her foes.
Nice.
And that is my turn.
Cool. Takara,
Okay.
you're up.
So I have Spark and Bardic Inspiration.
Correct.
And haste.
Right. Okay. So, holy shit. I hold on, my map is all sorts of fucked up here. Okay. Using my 60 feet of movement, I will move here. Oh wait, this is a friendly still, right?
Seems like it.
Okay, so 45 left, 30 left, 15 left. Okay. And then I'm going to use a. Actually, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to swing a Schwag.
Mhm.
If I remember the button to select. Okay, there it is. Oh my god.
Okay, hold on.
You know what I'm doing now, Chris. You know what's happening.
Okay, so it already rolled an extra D8, but it takes an extra, or yeah, and then you get spark. So let's do spark first.
3d8 lightning.
Doubled because of crits, so 68.
Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second here.
Jesus.
What a roll. And is there anything else you would like to do?
Oh yeah, I'm using bonus action Divine Smite, my guy. On a
Uh,
nat 20 roll, you better
yeah.
believe I'm doing
For
that.
future reference, it doesn't cost a bonus action, but please continue.
Oh, you're right.
What level spell slot are you using?
Go for
Yes.
broke.
Yes.
No. I only have one more higher level I need to save. I'll use it first. Just
All right,
trust me on
so
this.
first
George.
level
Trust
still does 2d8, double to
So,
4d8. How
yeah.
do you want to do this?
Okay, this is a little bit of creative license, but I was about to do this with my next action.
That's the whole point of how do you want to do this?
Yeah. So with the first attack, Takara actually uses the command spell and grabs her holy symbol and just says in a voice none of you have ever heard, grovel. And she just like makes imagine in my head like all the vines like fall to the ground and it's like bowing to me, quote unquote. And then Takara, with just the most almighty sword swing you've ever seen, slices the plant in twain.
Nice. And as you defeat the mighty dominance, um, it the pieces of plant collapse on the ground around you, and the podlings nearby just suddenly turn into just like green gush and collapse into piles of plant matter. Um, you are victorious.
That was the luckiest natural 20 I've ever had in my life.
How much did you chunk him in that one hit?
61 points of damage.
Oh
And
my
he
gosh.
still had another attack with haste, and
And I could have easily used Divine Smite at more levels, and I could have also used Searing Smite. Like, I could have done so much more shit.
Nice. Rira looked around, and as Divine wrapping up Tired falls limp, he lands on his feet, and the two of them embrace. And then she turns and says, "That was no small feat, but well done. I believe our payment is complete. Our deal is over. Thank you for our freedom. I wish all of you the best of luck." And the Sehuagin turn and begin heading down the tunnel back to the complex.
That was concise.
I mean, unless there's anything else I want to say to them, but they are ready to head home.
Yeah, I do.
I just walk up to Takara and I motion a high five.
Oh,
Die,
yeah.
mother!
It's
I
just
start
it's
shooting. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
it's the picture of the two like hands like clapping. I forget where that's from, but that meme.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
No, the other one.
Every anime ever. Should we job well done? Everyone, should we burn it now?
Yeah, I was about to. So I get next to it, and I cast Burning Hands across the entire corpse. And I try to incinerate it.
I too do that.
Cool. Mark off those spell slots, but the two of you working together is enough. And although this chamber is very damp and there's a lot of water around, and especially the beast itself was covered in all sorts of fluids, you're able to evaporate all that and burn all the plant matter to nothingness. Although you do see that, like, as it was fighting, like, there's these little just specks of, like, spores that were kind of floating around. And even with the fire, that is not put out.
I try and hit the spores with some cantrips.
I'm gonna start arcane darting.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, imagine being like, I don't know, inside a pyramid and you're trying to get rid of the sand. It's just like,
Yeah.
You're saying
I
there's a
figured.
chance.
sure.
Wait, is it like Majin Buu, where like there's always a particle left?
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean, especially like on the ground and in this like water around you, you just the fire doesn't seem to be getting rid of it.
Okay.
Eochora, Court, can you help dig where it was growing out of?
Sure thing.
So it's like it's like a pool of water. You could dig and then like water would fill in whatever you dig, but
Fine.
Hold on, let me check. Let me check my various tools to see if I take out my shovel, which I have, and I just yeah, and I do that.
all right, so you start digging downward, and maybe like a foot beneath the ground, and it's hard to tell because the water flows in, but you're managing like push mud and rock and soil away. You do find what seems to be like a root that goes down.
Does Takara able to see that or no?
Yeah.
I take out my that torch with the blue flame that I've had for like this whole dungeon, and it's hopefully still lit, and I just put it on the little root thingy.
The root kind of sizzles, but does not burn.
Damn.
I want to like where the root is and where the exposed dirt is. I just want to pour that pouch of sand, that pouch of salt, all over the ground.
As you do, the salt kind of filters down towards the root through the water, and then you see the roots just suddenly shrivel away into almost like dust, and you can kind of see like the path it was, and kind of some of the dirt fills in, but like it seems like that completely uh killed the root.
Oh shit. I honestly forgot about the salt.
Mariella kind of writing stuff down in her book, and she says, "That was clever."
Just an old technique apparently the druids were thinking of doing. They never got the chance.
Oh, so they were aware of this creature?
Yes. They've apparently been fighting it for years.
Interesting. All right. Well,
Did you ever share this with anyone before?
I thought so.
Okay.
The
I mean,
salt thing?
it was like
The salt thing, maybe not, but like the fact that the druids were fighting it, I thought someone else figured that out.
I would have been listening to the conversation and trying to take notes if I hadn't taken notes on this already.
okay.
I remember us all being in the same room while we like found all that stuff out, and we were all talking about it, or some of us at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well, looks like that's taken care of. And that's why you folk came here, right?
Originally, yes.
Well, your job is done. My job is done. I'm ready to get out of this place.
DM question.
Mhm.
Amba was one of the spawned creatures
Yes.
that we killed again,
Yes.
or something.
Yeah, I would say as you're like kind of burning away the
There's no sign
corpse
of her.
of Vathok, I mean, there were like probably about a dozen digested skeletons inside of it.
Ah, okay. That answers that question. Wish I could just take a photo or something. Oh.
I think there's a spell that I made called image capture, but
Is that
anyway.
like the Sheikah Slate in Breath of the Wild? It's like
Basically.
Just hold the top two buttons on your staff.
Yeah.
So what are y'all doing?
So Cloven, I really owe you for that last strike.
No. It was always meant to happen that way. I had nothing
What?
to do with it.
If you say so. Takara just still has her sword out, just gives like a swing towards the wall to get all the plant goo off of it and sheathes it again.
Just splatters across the wall.
Hell yeah.
Anything of note in this room? This
Um,
area?
I mean, so Love can see everything that you can see in this picture. Is there anything else in particular you're looking for, or?
Pretty crazy. How long are we gonna be in this room? Now, or do I have 10 minutes?
It's up to the party.
What do you want to do?
I'd like to cast a spell that takes roughly 10 minutes to do, so that I can, I guess, make sure that there are no loose ends left behind here. But that's a long time, so it could be for naught. The more I think about it, the less I want to do it, so why don't we just go?
We have nothing else, really. We could
If
take
you're
10
feeling
minutes.
uneasy, we could stay.
I don't know. It's
only 10 minutes.
I just feel. Yes, we did what we set out to do, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel resolved to me.
It won't be truly resolved until we meet your father.
I meant for those people back there. Those people back in that town.
Well,
I wish
we should go
we'd
back
helped
and
them.
I agree, but I think we helped them the best way we could. I think we should go back and explain what happened here.
If I'm being honest, Sir Coven, Lavati, each of you, I think what my fear is having to confront that young man. Not confront him and just tell him. He lost his mother, and that's going to be hard for me to do.
I'd venture to say that we've all lost someone or something close to us. It will be difficult. But
No son should have to hear that. At least, not like this.
Or daughter.
Of course, but
I think
why don't we go?
I think we made a good team last time when something like this happened. Don't you think?
Definitely. I couldn't have done it by myself. So
Very well.
I think
Well,
we all made a good team down here. I think missing any one of us would have been a different turnout. I'm grateful for each of you. But we'll have time. We'll have more time to talk, and once we get out of this hellhole.
and talk we will. And Takara gives a little bit of a glance to Sarkovan. A little bit of a knowing look. Is there anything else that anyone needs to do before we get out of this godforsaken dungeon? I mean, this havoc forsaken dungeon.
Lilavati, I believe there's a room that you still wish to explore.
You can come
Is that
back at a later date. I'm pretty tired,
all right?
and I'm pretty tapped.
I see.
I am never coming back here. Never. Oh.
Mariella says, another room? What kind of room?
Yeah, Takara, what kind of room?
Well, now that the mountain goat is out of the bag, we probably should resolve this room because I fear that prying eyes may get to it first.
Oh, are you talking about me?
Yes, I am expressly talking about you.
She just laughs, but doesn't contradict you.
At the very least, let's get out of this cave.
Definitely.
Agreed. Now that we are not under duress, we should really take a look at those plants in the other room. I feel like some of those probably might be valuable.
I already took a look at them, and I don't
Yeah.
intend on further
But
investigation.
we were stressed and under so much pressure, and I can't make you because I don't know shit about flowers, but I just think that we're not going to get paid by
You can
anyone
always
else.
just take a sample of them and have someone else look at them later.
This is good. This is a good point. Listen, I'm just saying, we did a lot of good here today, but good costs money. And we need to be able to fund ourselves if we're going to continue doing this, you know?
Well, if you need a lot of samples, I certainly have enough room.
I'll kind of peruse the selection to see if there's anything that looks interesting enough so that we will warrant taking back.
Make a nature check.
Twenty.
All right, so there's plenty of bitter hogweed here. Um, there's also something else that catches your attention. One sec. Um, you notice between some of the bushes in the far corner some movement, and you go and look closer, and you see that there's a small kind of plant behind several bushes where the leaves itself are kind of slowly like curling in and moving of their own accord. It's very like slow, gentle movement. And you recognize this as a plant known as wild ash, and it is um, when prepared properly, it can be used as a very potent psychoactive drug. Um, it allows its imbiber to become one with nature and grants a understanding of the natural life for miles around. Um, but it is somewhat addictive.
What?
And
Only,
and
only somewhat.
it depends on um, factors. And then and in some places, not Shariner though, but it's considered it's like a controlled substance. Um, so it's
Meaning
not
people are imprisoned if they're caught possessing it or
in
distributing it?
yeah, in certain places.
Okay.
Not in Shariner though, or FX. Um, places with more strict laws and stuff like that, like Ushal or um, Spadum. But
Yeah.
but as a result, it is quite valuable
I will
if you don't
take
want to.
some of the wild ash.
All right. Make a survival check to see how much of it you can harvest properly.
19.
Cool. You get uh 4 um pieces. So let me.
Awesome. I see it.
Yeah. There you go. It's in your inventory.
Nice. It's a bonus action to use.
I see you are picking some plants. You know, maybe maybe I wasn't so wrong.
This one's a little interesting, but the only other thing I can see around here is hogweed, and it doesn't seem like that's as much of a commodity around this part of the forest.
Well, I
There's
venture that
lots of other plants here, but none of them seem to be as specifically like practical as wild ash or hogweed.
just to be safe, I venture that we all should take just a few of the hogweed. It's a useful thing.
By all means.
I'll take some.
I will also take some.
I trash some.
To be clear, I haven't told no one exactly what it is. I just picked up.
Okay. Um, the yeah. So if you go to the items tab, everyone should be able to see bitter hogweed under other, and then you can just drag that into your character sheet. Yeah, I mean, there's basically like as much as you want. Don't put like 1,000, but as much as you think makes sense for your character to carry with them.
990.
Liam just drags the bag of holding across the bushes.
Yes.
Wait, what? Say that again, Chris?
Um, in the items tab, which looks like a briefcase in the top right, if you click that and then expand other, you should see bitter hog, and you can drag it from there into your inventory to add it to your inventory.
Gotcha.
All right, well. Lilivati, thoughts on their room?
We're gonna do it. We might as well do it now. If Love is so insistent about never coming back here, which
Am I
I am
there?
which I am inclined to agree on. I just don't want to leave this loose end.
What room are we talking about here?
There was a room that was behind what might have been the strongest lock to ever exist. Devilish little thing it was.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Y'all keep discussing.
Quick, pilfer the room. Chris still has his headphones on. He can't hear us. Don't worry.
I'm gonna go get my beer.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go. Oh, I wasn't invited to the cool kids party, so.
Joe, maybe you weren't here, but when I first said I was grabbing one, Liam and Taylor said, "Oh, let's do that," and so that's why I said that.
Yeah, it was
okay.
kind of it was kind of like an open invitation
okay.
kind of thing.
There's
You
not
can
enough
join.
clamoring. There's not enough clamoring.
Okay, fine, don't then. I don't want you to.
Wow.
All right, yeah, stick to your not clamoring.
Fine, guys. I see how it is.
If you're so insistent on not, then don't.
Well, William, you know what? I'm not insisting on it, Chris. But William, you were about to invite me, so.
Am I about to hear the clamoring? Is that
You were
what I'm about to
clamor.
hear?
You were gonna clamor, and then you just turned the.
Am I now? Am I
tables.
going to clamor?
You are.
Mister, I've got the print screen button ready to be pressed at any moment. You better watch yourself, mister.
It's true. He's got the screen cap on speed dial.
I've got the full power of this. I've got the full power on single fingertip. You better be careful.
I need a haircut, please. I beg of
There's
you.
going to be so much clambering, it'll be like a Ubisoft game. Thank you, Kevin. That joke was only for you.
It's okay. I didn't want to drink with you guys anyway. It's fine.
Okay, good. Don't.
You know what? That's your decision, man. You live. You do you. It's your life.
I can reverse psychology all day long.
You're fighting a professional, Joe. It's a losing battle.
It's true. I pay someone else so that I can do this.
All right. So, are y'all heading to the?
Clamoring. Huh?
I think so.
All right.
What happened?
So y'all are heading to the secret staircase that was in the bedroom revealed by the candle.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You
So
mean the lock.
sure.
Also, I think Taylor got lost in his house.
Why does
Is it-
Taylor's screen looks like he has low health? The red tin
It
on the
is-
corners.
It is kind of vignetting a little bit.
All right. So that staircase descends to a room on the bottom,
Is
the third
Melinda coming
number
with
floor.
us?
Yeah, she's gonna come with you. Whoa. Hold on. We try to. Okay.
Thank you.
Are there these chests to open?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Is it gold?
I'm getting
Oh
there.
my god.
The free jumbo after all, boys.
Yeah. You guys found the treasure hoard. Give me a sec.
All right.
Why don't you open up that bag, Scrooge McDuck?
Beautiful statues, ornate chests, and piles of gold fill this treasury. On the central dais, which is the little platform right here, an inscription is written. Behold the treasure of the seas. Its wealth be for he who appreciates it most, and those that value the land shall never appreciate the true worth of the sea. Woe be to him that takes the ocean's bounty, for he shall ever live in misery. Um,
Is that the Ark of the Covenant?
no, not really.
Melts and paste.
As you take in all this, you suddenly see emerging from behind a pillar a long dead human staring directly at you with yellowed eyes filled with undeath. His gray, tattered hair floats in the water. This room is flooded, by the way, and his scaled armor is rotten from soaking for decades. But his sword and shield catch your attention. Neither shows any sign of decay. Each looks fresh from the forge, catching the dim blue torchlight and reflecting it across the water around you. The sword is made of silver blue steel with electricity sparkling around it, and the shield bears a coat of arms that consists of lightning bolts crossing a storm cloud. Another similar looking undead human enters your view. Like his companion, his armor is tattered, but his sword and shield are exquisite. The sword is made of similar metal but lacks the electrical energy. The shield, on the other hand, depicts a beautiful and very realistic sky of clouds that hint at an oncoming storm. And the clouds shift and move whenever you blink in the same way that that painting did in the first room. Um, and the storm in these clouds seems to be coming closer and closer every time the image changes. Let's roll initiative. Um, oh. All right, so begin combat.
The one time I roll above a 10 and I'm still last. God damn it.
All right, so Mariella is up first. Um, she will ready in action to fire her crossbow when one of you gets within melee of this guy. Love, you're up.
Okay. I kind of just grab Sorkovin's shoulder and pull him over. And if you were the creature, you'd see this purple skinned tiefling's face, and then it move out of the way as a wand juts out, and I launch a guiding bolt at this one.
Cool.
Level 1. It's blue flash of light as it streaks toward creature.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. That's it. Next hit or next attack on it has advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so this guy's
It's
up.
glowing this blue light now.
All right, so it's going to step here and just swing its long sword at Lovati.
I want to use cutting words, but
Okay.
the result and the outcome are going to happen at the same time.
So what's the
Right.
effect? It's like a minus D6 on the, or D8 from the attack roll. Or is it damage?
Subtract the number from the creature's attack roll, ability check, or damage rolls. I want to use it on the attack roll.
All right. So, and then it's what's your
I
bardic
can.
inspiration?
My bardic inspiration is a 1d8.
Okay. See if this works. Okay, so it looks like it still hit because you rolled an 18 plus 5 minus 3. Yeah. So it still hit, dealing 7 damage.
All right.
What the
All
fuck?
right. Oh wait, and does he have? Yeah, and then he's gonna make another. Hold on. And then it's gonna kind of lean towards Lilavati and opens its mouth as she feels the life drain out of her.
Hmm.
Um. Yeah. So your maximum hit points are reduced by the damage taken, which I believe was 8. So you put that in.
Is that
And
permanent? Or...
until you finish a long rest.
Okay.
Now
Please remind me to update that.
the other one is up. Um, let's see. It holds up the sword, and you see lightning begin gathering as the sword kind of becomes charged with enemy air energy. Uh, Actually, before it does that, it's going to shoot a draw a longbow, shoot it at Mariella, and then it will do the sword charge.
I am also targeted.
Oh my bad. I'll undo the damage on you. All right. Undo. And yeah, then it charges up the sword. Lilavati, you're up.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Zilla can save me. Zilla's gonna teleport us away.
Okay.
Uh, was it 15 feet over y'all? And then where is it? I gotta get the thing.
All right.
Yeah, he
So,
succeeds, so nothing happens.
oh, looks like I dealt 2 points of damage to him from half damage. Um, yeah, as you come over here, you hear a voice behind you. It's Yabasul says, "Oh, it's you. Oh, you're hurt. Let me go and I can
I
help you."
I immediately try and get away from this man. So I go in behind this
He like
wall,
reaches out and grabs you, and you see his hand like strike an invisible barrier, and he pulls it back.
and I'm going to bonus action healing word.
Nice.
I heal for 7. And then I'm going to use my action to attack uh, this this dude with a I can't see him, I don't think. I'm gonna hit that dude with produce flame.
Okay. Sorry, the one on the left you're targeting
Left,
that
yeah.
attacked you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
14 damage, and that is my turn.
Sarkovan, you're up.
Hmm. I move one space to my right,
Hmm.
and I cast Spark at 3rd level, which is all of my 3rd level spell slots, on Core. Hold on, it's being weird. Did that work?
Cool. Encore, you said?
Correct. And as I'm touching his arm, I look him straight in the eyes and say, Core, the champion of the arising alloys, usherer of the new age for all Dragonborn. And then as a bonus action, I'll use my Bardic Inspiration, also on Core. And I have 2 uses of that left. And I end my turn.
Core, yeah. Sorry, who'd you inspire? Core?
Yes, I did
Alright.
I did a Takara on Core.
Okay.
All right. I am going to rush up to this guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I will take a swing
So
of
as
my.
you move into that space, towards him, he lowers the sword, and a bolt of lightning fires from you towards the other guy. So I need to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Let's see.
All right, so that's a failure. So you take 11. Wait, did that?
Inspiration. Inspiration.
Oh, it
Do I
rolled
want to use
1d4.
it now?
Oops.
You
Don't
cannot
never mind.
use
There
you
we go.
cannot use inspiration on a saving throw.
Not a saving throw, no.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you can.
No,
The
yes, no, yes, you
saving
can. Yeah, you can. I'm sorry, I thought that too.
But don't.
I don't think I will though. I think I'm gonna hold off.
Okay, so you
I can take it.
take
Don't worry.
18 points of lightning damage, but you're resistant to lightning, is that right?
I
Because
am.
you are a. Okay, so you only take 9. So I'll put that in. And then the lightning bolt strikes this guy's the shield with all the thunderclouds on it, and the shield is now charged with lightning energy.
Ooh, I see.
But it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to strike this dude with my javelin. Wasn't targeted. That's 8 points.
Is that with advantage?
Is that still active at this point?
Yes, that's from the guiding bolt. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna do it again just to see if I get nat 20. Nope. Okay. Oh, okay. Uh, go ahead and heal that 5 back. I was still targeting him.
All right, so 5 back.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. And does the spark activate as well?
Yes.
correct, that is 3d8 lightning damage.
3d8. Which one of these is d8? Okay. Notifications, get out the way. There we go. That is 17 lightning damage.
All right.
And then I will strike him again. With advantage. Okay.
Wait, why do you have advantage on this attack? The guiding bolt is only for the first attack.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking of the previous thing that
Okay, but your
I
first
had. Yep.
roll, well, it missed
But
anyway, so.
it both missed anyway, so
Yep.
it doesn't matter. So yeah, I missed. Okay.
All right,
And that was
Takara,
it.
you're up.
Okay.
Wasn't Mariella holding her attack?
Oh yeah, she was. Thank you for that. She will fire her crossbow. All right, now it's her turn again. Oh, and that would have done sneak attack damage. That's why she waited. Yeah. So she fires through this guy's head, and the arrow carries the skull, and it pins against the wall in the back. Her turn again. She's gonna jump up on here to get a better view and target.
It's Takara's turn.
Oh wait, you're right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, she just was holding. Okay. What is this right here? Is that just
A candelabra.
Is it like on the wall?
No, it's like standing there.
Oh, okay.
So
Then I'll just take a swipe from next to this pillar, I guess.
okay.
Ward. Dang. Ooh. And again.
Oh, one thing I was thinking about, you have a channel divinity vow of enmity. I don't think you used it before, but that's just something you have that's pretty good. It gives you like advantage in all your attacks against like one person or something like that.
Oh, does it? I thought I used. Oh, I used harness divine power. Is that the same?
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
resource, but you get it back on a short rest. I don't know. Anyway, just something to think about.
Okay, actually, that's a question. So I used it at the beginning of a short rest. Would I get it back at the end of that short rest? Or no?
I'd say so.
Okay,
Like assuming you hadn't used your channel divinity since the short rest before that one.
Yeah.
Then yeah. Like you can
Okay,
use the
well,
harness right before going into a short rest to regain your channel divinity.
Okay, I'll just keep that in mind. And then I will do. Nah, that's it.
All right. So now it's Mariella's turn. She'll aim towards him. Fire the crossbow. Miss. Fire her other crossbow. And hits. And sneak attack. Rogues, man. Anyway. And she knocks off another skull. And as she pockets her crossbow, she just says, so glad things turned out amicably between us. And then she starts kind of digging through this pile of gold.
As am I.
Wasn't there a description that was kind of like, be careful or something?
She kind of looks up and says, like as she's getting ready to grasp and stuff, she says, oh, huh, what do you think about that?
What did it say again?
Here, I'll drop it in the chat. Wait, somebody's standing on my bookmark. There we go.
Says, fuck around and find out with this gold here.
It's
He didn't fuck around. He just found out.
Like if you are.
That's the Cliff Notes version, I believe.
Ocean kind.
It's in the chat.
If you're a landlubber, then no.
Yeah, and you notice like the two undead creatures like crumble into a pile of bones, but their swords and shields are still in pristine condition.
Hint,
just like
hint.
I would like to check this shield out.
Yeah, so I mean it's got like the rolling thunderclouds in front of it. Do you want to pick it up?
Yeah, I will pick it up to investigate it further.
All right.
Not if I pick it up first. I'd like to roll initiative.
Yeah, I mean you can.
All right,
what are you gonna do with
PvP.
the shield,
Oh.
you
No,
wizard?
no.
Or then
First of all,
slaps your head off
first of
with his.
first of all, I'm not a wizard.
You wizard.
Second of all, I could see your agony, Chris.
Okay.
And I was joking.
All right, so
You're a
Core,
wizard.
you have acquired a Shield of Thunder. Should you choose to use it or keep it? It does require attunement.
Okay.
There were 2 of those, right?
So each white had a very fancy looking sword and very fancy looking shield, but they were different from each other. So
Mm,
the other white, the one that Core is not at, had the lightning sword, and
mhm.
but also a very nice shield, but not the rolling
Um,
thundercloud shield that Core picked up.
I'm gonna do
I believe
something.
the longsword on yonder shield white had a name when he attacked me. You may want to investigate that one.
Hey, I was gonna get there. I was just trying to be a little extra cautious first and use something. I'm I'm just blanking on where my detect good and evil is. I just fucking forgot where it is.
Features.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Oh,
under divine sense. Okay.
yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Detect Good and Evil is a
Um,
spell that you could get that basically does exactly the same thing as a class feature you get automatically.
yeah,
All right. What does that do?
I'm reading it. Blah 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 blah. I can detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated. Oh, that's not as useful as I thought. Yeah, I'll do it anyway, just for shits and giggles. But
All right. Uh, the location of. Okay. Not behind total cover.
hint, hint.
Yeah. You do not detect anything out of the ordinary.
Cord, are you feeling cursed?
Do I feel anything weird going on?
Make a perception check to perceive yourself. One must know thyself. Core does
I would
not
like to
know
use the
thyself.
house rule.
Are you?
You
I am
also have
proficient.
inspiration.
Yeah. So that puts you at a 13,
13.
You have inspiration still. You have
and you have
inspiration
Bardic
still.
Inspiration if you would like to
I
use
would
it.
like to use Bardic Inspiration, please.
Nice.
What is that, a D8
I think
right
so.
now?
Yes.
20.
Okay.
You're fairly confident that you don't feel anything different about yourself.
I feel fine at the moment. I think I'm okay.
Thank you for being a good volunteer. And Kara swoops up the sword and the shield. The understandably not as nice shield, but the nicer shield.
Okay, so let me drop that into your inventory. No, other. Wait, where's? Oh, I didn't open this guy up. Okay. Hana. And then shield. Yeah. And then Cord, did you want to grab this guy's nice sword?
Sure. I'll take the sword as well.
There you go.
Melee armaments for days.
I hope you understand, as a holy woman, I am only, I'm a little extra cautious of things that might be fucked.
Yes, of course. That foreboding message does warrant some caution.
There's also plenty of other stuff around this room if y'all want to take a look. I can give you
Hey,
more
so
detail.
what, these chests got locks or something?
Don't appear to be locked.
Sorry, Tony came out. Flip that shit
Never
open
forget.
with my mage hand.
All right, you open up the mage hand. You see several bottles inside of various liquids on the left one, assuming that's the one you're opening.
I want to open the right one.
And the right
My
one,
mage hand.
you see several pouches that seem to be filled with something,
Yeah,
and sitting atop them is a large red gemstone.
Be right back.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Anything else cool in the room?
I mean, there's piles of gold. That is
Pretty cool.
it. Yeah. I would say one of those pouches is like made of like a blue fabric, and the rest are
Is it
gray.
Arcode?
Um, I mean, you wouldn't know without. Do you use the mage hand to open up the
Sure.
pouch?
Yeah.
So the blue one is not Arcload. It's some kind of greenish dust. Similar, I mean, it's like Arcload is typically like served in a dust-like material, but this is much finer.
I'm gonna bring it
Um,
close. My mage hand and smell it.
Make a perception check.
Can I take a closer look at that red gem?
Um,
I'll
it
get one.
is smells like rosemary.
Rosemary?
Yeah, what that means you have no idea. Um, the red gem, uh, make a or investigation check, Lilati.
Uh, is that one of the homebrew ones?
If you're proficient in it.
+1, 13.
Um, you can tell that the something about the way the light like so it's a beautifully cut red gem, and the way the light like kind of refracts into it is like different than you would expect, which gives some indication that there's some unique property to it, but you're not sure what that might be.
Did anything happen when Lav used the mage hand to yoink it from the chest?
Um, Nothing obvious. If you want to look like more specifically, depending on what you're looking for or how you look, that would be a skill roll.
No, I'm just gonna try and grab the gem.
Okay, you pick it up. It's very warm to the touch.
I will back away.
You put it down and back away?
No, I take it and back.
Take it. Okay, you do so. Sorry, you just hanging on to it, or you're gonna keep it? I mean, I can.
Yeah, I'm keeping it.
Okay, I'll put it in your inventory then.
By the way, Chris, that sword and shield combo is really fucking cool. Just want to give you credit.
Thank you.
I would like to contemplate on these undead creatures that we slew, and what it means to be undead. And then I'd like to move, but I can't, to the bottom left corner
Mhm.
over where Yabibi was.
Mhm.
And I try to say, hey, Shabubi. What was his name?
Yabasul.
Yabasul.
Hello again. Change your mind, perchance?
No, but, and I do apologize, but is that truly the only way to free you? That you're aware of? We've defeated the arcane masters of this temple.
He places his hand upon air, and like you can see that there's like resistance there, and he says, "I've been here for centuries. I've tried every trick in the book. If there were another way, I wouldn't be here."
But Nevar and can be freed by other means.
Of course, I don't detect any magical restraints upon them, and clearly my captors could tell that a stronger prison was required for a being as powerful as myself.
I want to say, Abasul, that I will return. I don't know when, but I will return for you.
He kind of sighs and says, "You are not the first to make that promise."
But hopefully I will be the last.
His weird fish face kind of, in a weird way, smiles at you.
Okay. I want to try and search around this treasure room for a key.
Um, are you looking anywhere in particular?
Maybe around here.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
I put the rosemary pouch back, by the way.
Okay.
While
You
everyone's doing this, BT dubs, I'm attuning to the sword.
sweet.
And I guess while I'm at it, I will also be attuning to the shield.
Cool. So Sarkovan, you head over here.
Can I take a short rest?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Cast detect magic.
Okay.
Ritual.
Noted. Sarkovan, you kind of look around this kind of gilded altar. And there's little statues on it, similar to the deity in the temple in the room above. Um, but it seems to be mostly for decorative purposes. And as you kind of turn around in defeat, you spot sticking out of the little pile of bones where the white was killed, a key ring with several keys on it.
I pick up the keyring.
Cool. Uh, yeah. For sake of simplicity, that will unlock any locked door in this place.
Okay. How do I know that?
I mean, basically, like if your character would try to unlock any locked door with that key, it will be successful.
Understood. I don't know if now's the right time to, I guess, you know what? Screw it. I haven't really had time to process what I did with Eldenoshi. I want to. Actually, I turn to Turkara and I say, Turkara, it's clear to me that you can sense a deeper essence of things, its true nature, whether it be for good or for evil. Please direct your senses, guided by the divine, towards me and tell me what you see.
Right when you start talking, Takara stops intently studying this sword and just kind of swings a little bit and sheathes it. I don't know if I can so much sense that the exact nature of something, but the more, if something maybe is not the nature of my liking, but I can give it a shot. And I'll use. I may still have it actually, but if not, I'll just use Divine Sense again.
Okay.
I'm just checking to see if I have to cast it again.
Uh-huh. Let me check. Yeah, it lasts for like a round. So,
Okay, so
but
yeah,
you
I
have
will
plenty of uses of
definitely.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. I sent you a Discord message.
Let me message you back real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Well, before I answer, could you tell me exactly what your question is?
Eochora, you may have heard me when I spoke to my dear friend, Love, that I'm following a path. A particular path of let's say less than natural making. This path has taken me to where I am now, and I motion to myself, my garb, assumedly still marked with blood and gore. And although it has brought me here in a way that may unsettle, it has also bestowed upon me many gifts. And I feel as though a gift that I have received may be of a dark nature. And I was hoping maybe somehow you might be able to tell me if my suspicions are correct.
Well, in that case, I can tell you that they are.
Thank you.
And if I may, and forgive my ignorance, I'm genuinely curious. Do you know, or can you enlighten me on the distinction between one of your people, a tiefling, and a fiend?
I don't know how to answer this if it has lore significance in a way that doesn't contradict what you've created, Chris.
Mm-hmm. I mean, describe it how you will, and I'll let you know if there's anything that's incorrect. But it's pretty similar to standard D&D lore, I guess, as
Okay.
far as I know.
Well, maybe it's that I don't know enough about standard D&D lore then.
Or here. So like basically, tradition says that tieflings were created in the Charred Dominion, which is the elemental plane of fire, or they are from there, um, which is also the domain of demons and other creatures attuned to fire. But several hundred years ago, they uh, a large group of them travel to the material plane, and most of the tieflings in the material plane today are descended from that group. Um, a lot of people say that they are like created from demons or are the demons themselves. But in practical terms, they biologically and alignment wise are pretty much the same as all other, humanoid creatures.
Has science progressed enough to like establish a link? Like, do tieflings and fiends share a common ancestor? Or
Uh,
like,
I think that would be, there's like mythologies or like superstitions that might claim that, but there's no significant proof either way.
okay,
Um, but yeah, like they don't. There's no way to do like DNA testing or anything like that.
right,
And there are definitely like some physical similarities, but
okay.
it's hard
I
to
turned it.
say how much those prove anything.
Okay, thank you. I looked at Turkar and I say, the difference is vast, my friend. We share a home, but we do not share character. And if you ask me, we do not share blood, though perhaps some would disagree.
Well, I share a home with a dragon, but that does not make me much of a dragon, eh? I,
Precisely.
you know, I will level with you, Sokoven. There is quite a strong, fiendish, evil, if I may be so bold, energy that I'm sensing coming from not something you're holding, but from you. So, whatever path this is, I don't think any of us can stop you per se, but I would just say I think you should really think hard about your destination.
But you didn't know her. You never met her. Right? See, if you did, you'd know that what I do is right. But now is not the time for this. I really can't thank you enough for being honest with me. And I just want to say that this path I did not take lightly. And I trust someone who has led me down this path very deeply, perhaps more deeply than anyone, except for one.
Well,
Can you help
you're
me
welcome.
if I need it?
I would.
Very well.
And if I may just say that your reasoning is not so foreign to me, it may be more familiar than you know. But again, just consider the consequences and
You
be
know, I,
ready to take them.
I've always considered myself a man who's deep into the details. I never really got the whole picture very well. But I'll take what you've said to heart.
Let me know if you want another look into the divine. It's quite simple.
Tokara, that is an impressive sword. I found some rosemary and other various spices. Would you like to take a whiff?
Well, an impressive sword needs a impressive way to prepare whatever I kill, eh?
Sorry. Got an my wires crossed there for a second. Oh, ropes crossed. Lilavati is the cook. Lilavati. I look for her.
I mean, she's right there.
I'm behind Core.
Oh, Lilavati.
It's hard to see.
Yeah, I can't. Did she go? Is she gone? Bye. Oh well. Yeah. I probably wouldn't take anything.
Okay. Mariella is rummaging through this chest and takes out a bottle that has like swirling smoke on the inside and pockets it. And takes out another bottle of a green liquid.
Speak to her. Say, be careful with those.
I have a.
Don't be calling for me if some other ancient aquatic creature comes looking for their lost treasure.
Well, certainly don't want to keep this all for myself. Um, it's only fair that we share the reward, right?
Have you ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean? Sorry.
Ah, yes, the old
It's
screen,
a play.
the old play. Yeah.
One of my favorites.
There's a couple of pretty potent potions of healing in here. Potion of
those I will take. I will take those. Thank you.
okay. So she hands you 2 bottles containing thick red liquid.
All right. I am going to hand one to Core, one to Eochora.
All right, y'all take these.
I appreciate this, but I can heal
Excuse me.
myself, sort of innately. You're excused. I understand. We've been underwater, lots of
I
gases.
know. It's just so many bubbles.
Chris, it's 10:30, by the way.
Yep. We'll kind of wrap this scene up and then take a break.
I think I should give this to Sokoven, being that he cannot heal himself. Unless he can, and I'm not aware of it.
And I'm constantly getting into trouble. I agree. I should have the potion.
Oh my. Of course, Sokoven. Of course. Yeah.
Not sure why you didn't think of me in the first place, but it's fine.
Sokoven, you know I have your back. You don't need potions when you've got me.
All right.
So, Kara, if you're giving moral analytics on tieflings, I'm kind of curious. What are you getting from me? What vibes do I present?
Was that a conversation that everyone heard?
We're all in the same room.
Yeah,
So.
it's a big room, but not a huge room.
I thought they were whispering.
I mean, we're all
definitely
right
would
next to
react
each other,
if I
so
overheard the
Yeah,
conversation.
we're also 5 feet next to each other.
I mean, if Sarkovan would have been whispering to me, then Takara would have whispered back, but I didn't get that sense.
I wasn't whispering. Like, I wasn't trying to have everyone hear, but I also wasn't trying to conceal the conversation. If anybody would have cared to listen, they would have heard it.
Well, Levati, let me just say that whatever I was getting from Sokoven, I was not getting from you.
Fair enough.
Which is the reason I asked for the distinction.
has anyone else checked this other chest on the other end of the room?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the one with all the different pouches. One of the pouches was blue and the rest were gray.
Okay, I must not have been there. Has anyone investigated this door right here?
Nope. Mariella asked if anyone has investigated the piles of money on the floor.
Core, as our new treasurer, I advise that you pick up this money.
You know what?
You're the treasurer, to be clear.
You know what? You have a point.
Offers. Good.
I'm just gonna go to this pile of money and I am gonna open up my little pouch and I'm going to shovel as much money as I can.
I'm gonna
I
do the
really,
mage hand to hold the pouch for him.
I really cannot stress
Take the
enough
shovel.
this word that was in this description that says misery. I
Oh,
really cannot stress that enough.
Listen here, sword master.
Maiden is the title. Sword Maiden. Thank you.
It's okay. Well, it's pretty
actually,
neutral term.
you know what? No. Tokara makes an excellent point.
Or haven't you already made a deal from money?
That's a good point as
I don't.
well.
I don't think you
Yes,
should double down on this one.
but I mean, what? I mean, two negatives could cancel each other out.
Or it could make more
No.
negatives.
No. I would Core would leave it alone.
How
Core would leave it
else
alone.
is he supposed to fund the rising alloys and become their champion if not with copious amounts of gold?
Well,
You
no.
know,
You see, I made the
Valor in
deal.
combat.
I made the deal before with good intent. This is like literally stealing.
Okay. Hold on. I have a question
Yes.
about this warning. Was it about gold or the treasure? Because we've been taking a lot of the treasure already.
That is the inscription written around sort of the steps of this little platform in the middle.
Okay, so does it mention gold
It
or
mentions
treasure?
exactly what it says in the chat.
I
Oh,
can't.
behold the
I
treasure
can't
of the
read it.
seas. Its wealth be for he who
Treasure.
appreciates its most. Woe be to him who takes the ocean's bounty, for he shall ever live in misery.
but it doesn't say anything about a she. The car starts shoveling gold.
I
You know,
Um,
just
The
to play
Macduff
I don't
fiend.
sense
clause.
the difference between gold and the items.
He who appreciates it most. What does that mean?
Ish.
Apparently, Love really, really wants gold. That means he must really, really appreciate gold. I
I
think
mean,
that's
listen, Love, if you would like to take the pouch and you shovel the gold into it,
This is Joe asking this question. I couldn't remember if it was gold or treasure.
if you scroll up in the chat, you should be
I
able to
just
see
don't
it.
see what the distinction is. Like
it says
we've
treasure and
we've
wealth.
already been taking items
it's
from here. I
wealth.
don't see what the difference is.
My optimistic thoughts is that it's only referring to that fancy thing up there.
So that is like a stone altar with like gilded, like gold inset all around it, and two golden statues on top. To clarify.
That's some Indiana Jones shit.
Yeah, basically.
You know, to play fiendish advocate, you know, if you put it in a bag of holding, that is its own, you know, little pocket of existence.
I don't think
Curses?
deities are going to be playing rules lawyers with this one.
You know, I depends on the deity. Let's just be real here. My deity would tell me to take all the shit to fund my own strength.
But this deity may be saying if you take all of his gold, he will unfund your life.
It
This is
says here in the
exactly.
inscription treasure. Now much of the treasure has already been taken, so I don't understand.
DM,
Here.
what knowledge do I have of any particular like sea gods, like their attitudes or their beliefs?
Make a religion check.
Well, I know
I can
of
think of two.
Sekala.
Being proficient in religion, can I do that as well?
Yes, I'll allow 2 rolls.
Chris, just tell us if it's the gold or everything. Come on.
Love can test that at his leisure.
So Core, since you spent most of your life in in Runthul, where the only gods really that are cared about are Bahamut and Tiamat, the gods of the dragons. You don't know too much about any gods particularly aligned with the sea. Turkara, as you've spent some time in these Western lands, you've really tried to get to know how people live here, so you can, be less of an outsider. And um, let's see, two gods come to mind. Um, most obvious one is Burisil, who you all met, known as the Life Spring. His his domains include water, blood, family, society, fish, seas, oceans, and rivers. Um, but also the god Byrius has a connection to the ocean. He is known as the Elder Waymaker, and his domains include exploration, communication, travel, and birds. Um, you're not sure which of those two this place would be more involved with, or if it's some other entity entirely. But you do know that, I mean, this is in Sharoner, and Sharoner, the elemental gods, including Burisil, are the most worshipped. But this place seems very old, could even predate Sharin culture. You're not sure.
Well, there are only a few that come to mind. One of them we've met. He seemed pretty chill. Bursil at the feast thing. Although Sokorvin did summon a snake, and
It wasn't me who summoned the snake.
I understand. Everyone else thought it was you, though. So he may be,
I think I
we don't
cleared
know.
that up, but
The
very
jury's
well.
still out. Anyway, this place is old as shit. There's really no way for us to tell. I say that we take it, and if misery comes along the way, we kill it.
Sounds good to me.
I don't like it, but this gold could bring a lot of good, much like the ones before. I will start filling up the pouch with gold.
All right. So Mariella will take her share. Are you just gonna take the rest of the gold for the party
I
and
will.
put it in the pouch?
I will take the rest of the gold.
All right, let me do some quick math.
If anyone has cared to notice, Takara still does not touch anything besides the sword and shield.
In total, core, you put 7,434 gold pieces into your bag of holding.
Many gold.
Many gold.
I see.
Those are some big piles.
Could you run that number by me again, Chief?
Hey, I put it in the Foundry chat.
Okay, thank you.
7,434.
Chief.
I need to put this in a bank or something. Jesus.
There
thought
are
that's what
those.
You are the bank.
I thought
my
that's
friend.
what. Yeah, that's the bag of holding. It is a
I
bank.
don't feel comfortable with this much
You
money
are
in
our
one
bank.
place.
How much
Just
is
give the
how
bag
much
to
is in
someone
the
else.
bag already?
1,305.
Oh.
It's still way more than I.
Core, make a history check for me.
Okay.
I
The
said
random
no. I just want an excuse to dump random lore on y'all.
Oof.
Or okay, well you've never heard of the Dragon Horde Bank and Trust.
But I have, as my country plans its elaborate heist.
We should. Totes.
Sorry, Dragon's Horde
Totes my
Financial and
goats.
Arcane Holdings Corporation.
My
That's what
goats.
It'll be like it.
You've
It'll
never
be
heard
like a
of that.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode.
Yeah, so there's still all that stuff in the chest. And Mariella just says, hey, and y'all wanna oh, there's still that other potion of healing, potion of magic, potion of growth. Oh, is this a yeah, I don't need this.
Can
And
I
then she walks
examine the remainder of the pouches?
um Examine how.
Can I find out what is inside them?
So you open up the blue one, and it's filled with like the fine little green flakes. Um, smells. Make a perception check.
23.
Yeah. So strong smell of rosemary, but you also get hints of cinnamon, jasmine. Just a lot of different pleasant scents, all kind of mixed in with one, and it's quite potent. And the material definitely doesn't look like any of those things, given your familiarity with those spices in the kitchen. Um, make an Arcana check,
Oh boy.
or yeah,
I really hope this is what I think it is.
The spice pouch of many things.
um, yeah, you're not sure what this is.
What about the other pouches?
You open up one of them, and it's a blue powder that seems to be Arcload.
It was just those two.
So there's one pouch with the green flakes, and then all the other pouches, and there's like a dozen or so, are filled with Arcload.
Um, I will take the green pouch and a blue pouch.
Okay. Um, so the blue pouch that you take, the one blue pouch that you take has 50 grams of Arcload. So you can add that. And I don't know a better way to give you the item without just telling you what it is. So I don't
And
know.
I take math, 3 pouches of blue because I
Okay, so that's 150
yes,
Arcload.
no reason. That specific number.
And if you were to count, there are, wait, did I do that math right? 6 pouches left. So not quite
Got
a
some
dozen.
I just say to the party, we got some arc load in here. Sorkovan Lov.
Also,
Uh,
me. Thank you very much.
Mr. Paladin. Excuse me, Mrs. Paladin.
Thank you.
Mr. Eldritch Knight. Who doesn't need arc load?
I mean, really, I don't need it. Really, I only have like 2 spells that
You might
require
eventually.
some sort of.
What does it do again?
Replaces component costs for spells. Like components that cost gold specifically.
Now, I tell you what, I could use this for. I can't do this yet, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. When eventually one of us dies, and I could resurrect us.
Then take some arc load. There's literally 6 pouches of arc load.
Zakara will reluctantly take 2 of the pouches.
There's literally 4 pouches of arc load.
All right, let me give you.
Bag
So
of green.
wait. Currently drop that in. Quantity.
Is it safe to say that I used up all the salt?
Yes.
Okay, let me get rid of that.
All right. So Chikara, you have 100 grams of Arcload. And it's 1 gram per gold piece of material replaced. All right, we're gonna just expedite a few things. So you take that. Wait, what is? Oh, that. All right. If you double click, wait, can we? If you double click on this chest, you will see all the remaining items here. So there's 200 grams of Arcload left, and then 4 potions left that have been unclaimed. Oh, and I put the thing in your inventory, Lobot, so you can figure out what it does.
Is it alright if I take the potion of magic?
Sure.
Chris, which of these buttons is it to take?
If you hover over, it tells you. I think the second
It's
one,
loot. Okay.
loot item.
Loot item.
I mean, they're all, well, yeah.
Love, could you not use some of this arc load?
I could. I've got some though. If, if you like it, so Coven.
How much do you have, Log? Because usually you would want to kind of have lots of arc load.
400.
All right. That's more than I thought.
I'd rather not possess it.
I'll scoop it up.
I will amend. If I could just have one more of those pouches,
Sure.
just to hit a certain threshold, for a certain thing.
All right, so you can set yours to 150, and I will update it in the treasure chest. Cool.
Core or
I think I took one.
Eochora. You may want to grab this potion of growth.
I think, Cora, that may be better in your hands.
All right, I'll take it.
Does anyone else want the potion of healing?
If nobody else wants it, I'll take it.
I was gonna yoink it just if no one else would.
You take it. I already have 3.
Oh,
Or are you taking the potion of growth?
Yes, I am taking the potion of growth.
Loot it from the loot chest.
Ah, that's right. Thank you.
and I can think of some uses for this potion. I'll just go ahead and take that.
I trust you with that one, Eochora. I was getting worried.
There we go. Okay.
We did it.
Cool.
There are some uses. People in some parts of the world might refer to this as the honeypot.
All right, so I think at this point we're gonna take a pee break, grab a snack, grab some water, get some pee,
Grab some
and
pee.
yeah, and we'll be back in a little bit. Welcome back, everyone. All right, so anyone who's doing anything for short rests, did their short rest stuff?
I'm about to.
Cool. All right, once y'all are kind of all relaxed and patched up from your wounds in this fight, Love, you hear a disembodied but familiar voice. Love, can you hear me? Love, are you there? Try responding to this message. We need you to take care of something urgent near Udamanu.
I need a peanut butter sandwich, dog. Hold on. Who is this?
You recognize this as the voice of Mihi Majid.
Oh my gosh. Can't eat a peanut butter sandwich. Damn. Man. Let me. It's like sticking together.
I'm just picturing like Love taking a short rest, chewing on some jerky or whatever rations, and then he's just like completely caught off guard. What do you do?
While he's washing down the Pima bubber,
Mm-hmm.
real quick refresh in the short rest rules. So it's up max of what, 2 hit dice for a second level, right?
You can spend 2 hit dice to regain a second level spell slot, or 1 hit dice to spend a first level spell slot, but only 1 spell slot regained per short rest.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, what did he say?
Love,
Needs me to take care of something?
can you hear me? Love, are you there? Try responding to this message. We need you to take care of something urgent near Udamanu.
Of course. What's the mission?
Um, Go to Lumber Camp 2A, near the lake. Randall will brief you on the details.
I'll be there as soon as I'm able.
Let us know when you arrive.
Can I respond?
Yes.
It may take a few days.
We don't have a few days. Move as quickly as you can.
I will be there shortly.
Don't disappoint us.
I hate him. We all ready to go?
I am if you are.
Yes.
I'll meet you back at Kinantra village. There's something that I must do first. Unless, of course, anybody wished to accompany me.
Depends on what that is.
I hold up the key ring with the keys and say, I wish to give those prisoners a second chance at life.
This is me trying to contemplate what Takara would do in this situation. Yeah, I'll do it.
Why shouldn't we all?
It just
Good.
seems that you're you're anxious to leave. I didn't want anyone to feel obligated to stay. This is something that
It won't take but a
may
moment.
very well. I start heading in that direction.
All right. You head up and around and make your way over there. Is anyone else heading with Sir Coven? Mariel will follow unless you tell her not to.
Yeah,
Rob gave me a thumbs up.
I'm just gonna stay upstairs, like in the bedroom.
Okay.
I'll stay with Lilavati.
I'll follow.
In the like laboratory right above the prison area? Or
No, the actual bedroom that the staircase is coming from.
oh yeah, that one. Okay. All right, so Mr. Coven, you head down, and Yabastul says, "Welcome back, my friend. And I see you brought others."
Yobosul, I'm sorry to do this, but I'm freeing your two friends here.
But
But like I said, I will return for you.
but listen, I've been working with um him for so long. I feel like I'm so close to getting free.
I'm sorry, Yobosul, but it's not true.
He just screams and like rams into the magical barrier, but it keeps him firm.
I free Navar. I think that's his name. I can't exactly remember the pronunciation. And I didn't write it down.
Neymar.
Neymar. Hold on, let me write that down really quick. Okay. I free him first. And then I free. Well, does anything happen when I free him?
He kind of like stumbles out and just looks up to you and says, "Thank you."
Are
And
you.
he just collapses in your arms.
Okay. Are you well enough to make it out of here on your own 2 feet?
Uh, he just like moans.
Is it possible for me to carry him?
Yeah, he's very light.
Okay,
Probably
I care.
like he's like an adult man and it's like 80 pounds.
I offer him a potion of healing.
He just grabs it and downs it immediately. And you see that like some strength returns to him, but it's gonna be he's been through a lot. And he just kind of leans on you, Love. Uh, and it just like seems completely like he doesn't know what to do with himself, I guess. But thank you.
We're getting out of here, so are you.
He just kind of smiles at you and kind of finds a place on the wall and leans against the wall.
I'm not. I motion for Lav to take the key ring out of my hand as I'm holding Neymar.
Sorry, I was eating peanut butter.
Okay.
Once he says thank you, I would say thank him, and I point to Sir Coven. And I go ahead and take it.
Mm-hmm.
Please, can you free the other one?
I just nod and walk over.
What is Mariella doing?
Taking notes on what's happening.
Okay.
Yabashu like tries to engage with her, but she just ignores him. All right, so you're heading over to unlock the other
With my
door.
mage hand, I want to. Actually, I don't think I can do that. I'm just gonna try to unlock it.
Okay. The key turns and the lock opens. Turan.
You're free. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
Are you Turan?
Yes, I am. I am Joran. Hi.
He slowly floats towards you and reaches up like a slimy hand towards you.
I'm terrified. I may have shat my pants at this moment.
I mean, he's like getting close as if about to like touch your chest with his hand.
Oh, okay. Does he look like maybe Joran is like his arch nemesis or something?
Make an insight check.
Okay. It's one of my best skills.
I mean, this is a very weird creature, and determining anything about its desires or opinions is all but impossible.
I'm not Joran. I'm Jafria. I freed you from here. Um,
So he's gonna like place his arms
I'm
against you.
stepping back.
Okay,
But
yeah. And he's like kind of stumbles a bit forward, but
still,
when you
still
say that
coming toward me.
a little bit, but when you say that he stops and he says, "Well, is Juran.
Is Joran your friend?
Juran is everything.
Um, who is that though?
Juran is God."
Oh goodness. I saw this in a play once. I heard it in a play once. If someone asks if you're God, you say yes. Um. Hmm. Yes, I'm Joran.
He'll try to like lunge towards and touch you again.
Please don't touch me. I like hold my mage hand out in front of him. Kneel before me.
So one sec.
I
This
don't know where this is
Um,
going.
there we go.
Takara's just in the back of the room. By the way, Takara's in the back of the room. Just divine sense while this is happening.
Okay. Um.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, you don't sense anything besides what you've
Okay.
already sensed. Um.
Right.
The No, I mean he's gonna
I'm trying to like keep him back.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to football. What's it called? Stiff arm.
All right, well then
My
that's
mage
gonna
hand.
be an attack roll. Um, so he reaches out towards you, and like you're trying to get away, but he's caught you off guard. You were not prepared for this. And as his
Toast.
slimy fingers like touch you, they like touch the bare skin of your neck,
I'm dead.
and you take 10 points of psychic damage as this alien mind just presses itself against yours.
I scream, Yobasul, tell him to stop.
Why is it? Hold on.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
You got it?
You doing it?
I tried to do it and I messed up. He says, I've never seen him act like this.
I'm not Joran. I'm not Joran. I start like just like
When you say that again, he stops moving again and says, then where is Juran?
I'm like crawled underneath a Paul. I don't know. Please leave me alone.
Yobasul, do you know anything about him?
I mean, my best guess. Well, actually, he says, look, you've taken my one hope away from me. Why should I help you now?
Because I've made you a bond. I've made a bond with you. I'm asking you to trust me because for some reason, I can't quite explain why. I trust you.
Roll persuasion. He sighs and says, I suppose with Neymar taken, you're my best hope. Very well. Uh, from what I can tell, Aoi is a creature known as a scum. He is he was once a humanoid, but his mind was captured and taken over by an aboleth, a foul creature from an ancient era with potent psychic powers. I uh, I imagine this is who Juran is, although where Juran is, or even if he is still exists, I have no idea.
Is there any way to reverse this hold on him?
I mean, there's one way I can think of, and he kind of like rubs his fingers together. I like me like and kind of like waves his hand and like little sparkles fly.
Hmm.
Um, unfortunately, if you were to help me out, I don't think you'd want to use my wish on him. Sounds like you have grander goals.
I do. Um, Thank you. And can you drop his name? I know you've already done this, Chris,
Yeah,
but
no
can
problem.
you drop his name again?
Aoi, it's in the chat.
Aoi. Yeah. Aoi, please follow us. Maybe we can find Joran.
Juran. They kind of slowly slithers towards you on his tentacle legs, but like not in the way that he was approaching off before.
Okay. Does it seem like he's. I try to. Well, first I look to Love and say thank you. Thank you for coming with me and helping me.
Oh my goodness, I wish I hadn't. Um, DM, did he say that he's controlled by this aboleth?
He, I don't remember exactly what I said, but the way he would have phrased it is that his mind had been enslaved by the Saboleth.
Was? Like past tense?
That's what he would have said, yeah. If you want to ask for more clarifying details, you can.
Is this creature still under this aboleth's command?
It's hard to tell. Um, if this creature were within the vicinity of Juron, I imagine Juron would have complete mental control over him. But whether, but the creature, Aoi seems to be acting of his own will somewhat. So I'm not sure if that's because Juron is simply too far away to have a psychic connection, or Juron is no more.
Definitely still around.
Maybe it isn't
Good
safe
thing.
for him to come with us.
He could pose to be a liability, however. What's the alternative? Let him loose?
I'm sorry, what did you say at the end?
I said, well,
You're cutting out. We lose Joe?
He's frozen on my end.
Yep, same.
He was now the peanut butter swallowed him.
Oh.
And
There he goes.
is this better? I wasn't frozen for me.
yeah,
Audio.
I can hear you now perfectly.
We can
but
hear
you're
you, but your video's off.
Is it better?
Yep.
Sorry, guys.
No problem.
I said. I don't remember what I said. Basically, he could pose a liability if he were to join us. However, what's the alternative? We let him loose.
I feel damned for putting us in this situation. Like I'm a burden on the whole party.
That's not the case. It's just something that we're gonna have to solve together.
I think we should take him with us.
I agree.
And
I whisper-
Takara is here with us, right? DM?
Yes.
Just in the corner.
Sorry, Joe. What were you saying?
I whisper in your mind, Sir Coven. I hate to put more shackles on him, but until we can ensure that he is... I'll just cast message again, if I need to. I don't think there's a limit, though. Until we can ensure that it is not a threat, or find this aboleth, perhaps this creature should be contained. I don't think it should be contained here.
I agree. I think that's a good idea.
You can respond to this message. And then here.
I don't say anything, but I kind of looked at Takara and I mean, does it seem like she's been listening to everything?
Yep, just a little bit amused.
I want to approach this creature.
Mm-hmm.
The genie thing. Jinn, whatever it is.
Merit.
Fish thing. Hello.
Hello again.
I'm not going to hide behind pretenses. Not with you. You could probably see right through them if I did. So, my name is Love Castive. You say that the only way to be freed is by sacrifice?
The blood of the dead spilled by a friend.
Of the dead spilled by a friend. Can mean many different things, right?
Sure. I've tried many different things. My captors were not stupid.
Right. Who were your captors again?
The Rising Tide, a cult of elemental worshippers, probably long dead now, given that no one's been here in centuries, but
Whoever trapped you must have been more powerful than you, right?
well, in a sense, they more powerful than my insight, perhaps. You see, they tricked me. They promised a deal, brought me here under false pretenses, and when I was at my most unawares, uh, cast a spell to find me and then lock me in here. Could I have stopped them if I was prepared? Of course. But
Do
I
you know the
have my
exact
faults.
nature of this enchantment that's keeping you here?
Combination of runic magic with um, abjuration bindings and a bit of elder entity sorcery, if I can tell correctly. Um,
Oh my.
these folks knew what they were doing.
I had hoped if one day I become more powerful, could perhaps break this another way, but
I mean, there are certainly other ways to overcome the brute force disenchantment, but it'll require magic of a level that you might not ever see.
I have hopes that we will.
As I said before, you are not the first to tell me that. But anyway, obviously you can't help me now. Good day. And if you do come back, I hope you have a solution for me. Or at least a friend you're willing to kill, because that's why I'm
If we
stuck here.
can't find a being powerful enough to destroy this enchantment, then we will find some way, some other way. This enchantment, there is a detail, there is a loophole, if you will, that we will find with our clever minds.
Good luck.
I think you've got it. I think that same attitude that makes you think that it has to be murder of a friend is what got you locked up in here. Maybe try thinking differently.
How many
Hopefully it
different
doesn't take another few
ways?
centuries.
How many
just woke
different
up.
ways are there to think? He just shouts as you head up.
I
Cool.
call back over my shoulder. There's got to be at least one more.
As we're walking up the stairs, love, if you had just told this man behind you that you are who you thought he was and then killed him, wouldn't that be killing someone who thought of you as a friend?
I think it has to be my friend.
I've already tried that with Neymar. I even tried casting friends on him.
Oh, I must have been disassociating during that session.
No, that's quite all right. But trust me, unless unless I think it has to be both ways actually, because I cast friends on him, so he viewed me as a friend, but I didn't truly view him as a friend, and I think that's why it didn't work when I killed him. Correct me if I'm wrong, DM.
That sounds correct.
So it's like if you kill someone for the sole purpose of trying to accomplish the enchantment, it seems like it doesn't work. At least that's what Sir Coven was thinking. He was just trying to find a way to loophole out of it.
Maybe if one of us dies, we just collect a little blood before bringing ourselves back.
I'm not so sure. I want this creature freed.
It can't be worse than the one we just killed.
Not too sure of that.
Maybe there's more that we can learn of this Yobosul on the overworld. At any rate, we're in no position to free him regardless.
I know of a few places we could do some research. You're right. Let's go. We go.
All right, where y'all going?
To meet up with the party.
You meet up with the party.
Sorry.
Y'all are in the bedroom area above.
Correcto.
All right. Yeah, I mean, just figure out where you're heading, and then I can I won't worry too much about tokens until you tell me where you're going.
Back to town.
Alrighty. So you make your way up to the top floor, and then you head out the door, and you find yourselves back in the Lake of Ablution. Sunlight filters down from above, and you swim your way upward. Um, it has been quite a number of hours since you left Kanatra, but you are happy to return. Um, you make your way to the kind of docks at the edge of the city, and there's like a sort of like a ladder into the water, and you climb up out of there. Um, so it's the party as well as Mariella, Aoi, and Neymar are all here. As you reach this platform, um, Aoi points one direction and says, Turan is west, and just begins moving in that direction, like slithering along the dock. And then like you see a woman kind of walk down the street and just see him and scream and run the other way.
Should we just let this abyssal horror wander through the land of Cherna?
No, I think we need to try and restrain it. Quick. And I try to get the attention of any guards.
Yeah, actually you
What?
see walking nearby. One sec.
What are we to be its keepers now?
I think I cast friends.
Did you? Are you going to? Or
Yeah, I said that, but I was muted.
oh, okay. Um, you do so, and the creature stops and turns and says, please take me to Juran.
Perhaps in time. Come with us now.
Neymar is just kind of standing on the dock, looking up at like the sun and the sky, and is just like completely dumbfounded. Um, just gonna say, check one thing. Hold on. Um, you notice that Aoi's like skin, which was previously like very like slimy, is rapidly like drying out, and after like a few minutes, he like goes like and goes back into the water where his skin kind of regains its moisture. But at the same time, you see coming around the corner is Kohata, one of the guards that you saved from the mushroom infection, and he kind of rushes over and says, "You're back. What? How did things go down there?"
Well, I feel like I start a lot of my sentences with well recently.
Hold on,
Anyway,
you're probably exhausted. Let's head back to the Bright Bottle. You showed us to hear about this as well, and
oh, right. I agree. We killed the thing, by the way. And I just start
uh,
following.
yeah, we could tell. And uh, you kind of follow him down one street, and you reach like that marketplace area, and you see scattered around on the ground several piles of like green mush. And he said, a few hours ago, all of the podlings in the city, um, Actually, I don't think he would know that they were called that. So he'd just say, all the people that were acting like Amba, including Amba herself, all at once just collapsed into piles of green mush. So I guess that proves that it never really was them in the first place.
I'm sorry. You said Amba as well,
Yes.
and I kind of look towards Lov and Sarkovan, and
Let's
that
go.
that may have been unfortunate for someone to see.
Yes, Sinajit's probably worried about that. Um, I can
We'll
send
meet
someone to
back up
check
with
on
you
him,
in a
or
moment.
if you want to go. Although I can see that you've all taken some wounds, and they're mostly patched up, but certainly wasn't a walk in the park down there. It looks like.
Can we please get aid for this man? His name is Neymar.
What is
Yes.
what does Neymar look like again?
Uh, let's see. I think I have more. Wait. There we go. Kind of like
Okay.
that, but minus the spear. So blue skin, but like very pristine features, and also very you know, starved and emaciated. Um, he's just looking around with wide eyes. Um, of course. And Kashada leads him towards the bright bottle. Are all y'all going with him?
I
Hmm. Like,
I am.
okay.
I'll catch up with you all in a moment. Guess I'll go to Ampa's house.
Hmm.
I'll follow.
I will also follow.
Takara.
Yeah.
All right. So Lil going to the bright bottle, and everyone else is heading to Amba's house. As you kind of turn down the street towards Amba's house, actually, hold on. We are in town, so I need to switch music. It's too creepy for town.
Or is it?
The only wish. Is it broken? Come on. There we go. All right. You see Sinajit and Zianya, the lizard folk bodyguard, both step out of the house, and he kind of looks up at he doesn't notice you at first, and just kind of looks up and gives like a big sigh, and then glances around and sees you coming, and he says, "Ah, well, it makes sense that you'd be back." And you can tell that he has like his eyes are kind of red and puffy, and there's like dried tears. How are you?
It's not about us, Sanashiat. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you?
Well, I've been better, but it's nice to have some doubts and uncertainties answered, you know?
I'm sorry. You didn't deserve it. Neither did she.
He kind of looks down and taps his foot a bit. Zianya puts a hand on his shoulder, but then he looks up and she pulls it away, and he says, no, but neither did any other victims of that creature. She was just one of many mothers, daughters, husbands, sons who are gone from this village now.
You're
But
right.
but there's still so many who remain, and that's all thanks to you. If you hadn't come when you did, they would have taken over and the whole village would have been lost, but now we can start putting things back together. I enjoy traveling around sharing her, but I think my time is needed here for a bit.
I think so too. You're right. She may be one of many who were lost family. But not to you. It's your mother.
I just want you to know, Sanajit, that I really did try to find some way to help you in a better way.
I
We all
appreciate
did.
that, and appreciate everything you've done. The, I mean, you were right this whole time, and I certainly doubted you, but the it feels good to be past the uncertainty of whether or not she was who she claimed to be. And now I know that the last memories of my mother were good ones, of the ones the last time I was here. The festival she organized.
I've been where you are. It's going to be a rough couple of weeks. But no. You're better off than I. When I lost my mother, I had no one. You got your companion here. Looking toward the lizard folk.
Zianya.
She smiles a big toothy grin.
And you've got me and us. If you ever need anything, send for us. We'll be there.
What will you and Zianya do now? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, we'll probably stay here in Kanatra for a few weeks. Uh, make sure things are going well. Um, uh, Yashoda said that he sent for help from the government in Jalakabo, and we'll at least stay until they arrive. Um, Kanatra's always been a small little town of everybody knowing everybody, and so without the druids to guide us, we're gonna need outside help, but I want to make sure that that help gets put to work the right way. Now, I think now is a good time to get drunk. And he starts walking towards the bright bottle.
Wait, wait. Um,
hmm
so Najit, I know this may seem odd, but there's something I wish to tell you in private.
Sure.
Can we move to a whisper channel?
Sure. As you kind of step away from the party, Ziania will follow you. I don't know if you react to that.
Zianya, please trust me. This is something that I can only say to Sanajit.
She looks to him, and he kind of thinks for a second, and he says, I think I'll be all right. And you see kind of concern come over her brow, but she steps and heads back towards the party. She positions herself to where she's in eyesight of you, but you're confident that she won't be able to overhear. And Sanajit assures you of that. All right, so we can switch over. Hey.
Hey. So Sorkovan looks to Sanajit
Mhm.
and, in a hushed tone, says, "Listen, you've lost someone close to you, so very close that it's like a part of you. And I sense a potential similar to one that I've sensed before. There is a group of people like me who wish to find a cure to this tragedy of life.
A, a cure? What are you saying?
I seek a way to bring the dead back to life, and the fallen phoenix seek the same.
Wait, you're with those zealots? And just frustration overcomes his face. He's like, I just spent the past 3 hours trying to come to terms with this new situation, and now you're trying to use dark arts to bring her back? That's worse than what the monster did to her. And he just and as his voice rises, you see Zianya just start running towards you with, and she begins like drawing her sword. Uh, what do you do?
I just hold up my hands and say, Sanajit, please, I meant no disrespect to you. I have presented this to others, and their reaction is not always the same as you. We need not speak of it further, and I will bother you no more.
Look, I don't know what that cult has been telling you, but you seem like you. And like Zianya stops kind of halfway, and he says, "You seem like you care about people. Don't let them take advantage of you because of that. I've had troubles with the cults before of FX. There's a reason I don't trade in that country anymore." And he turns and heads towards Zianya.
I just nod in silence and let them leave.
All right, get back to the chat.
Gang them Korean
There's the.
barbecue.
I mean, there's one place that we usually go.
Gotcha.
To.
I mean, there aren't that many KBBQ places in New Orleans anyway.
All right, so Kor, Takara, and Love. You see Sarkovan walk off with Senajit, and Sarkovan seems to be kind of saying something out of earshot. When suddenly Senajit's voice rises in frustration to the point where he's almost like shouting at Sarkovan, and then Zianya starts like grabs her and begins drawing her sword and starts running towards them. Do y'all do anything?
I'm gonna try to trip her with my mage hand.
Okay, make a charisma check.
Takara does nothing.
Or we'll keep an eye on it to make sure if anything escalates.
Did you make that roll yet? There we go.
Okay, it did it 2 times for some
We'll use
reason.
the first number.
Yeah, it's fine.
Um, You manage to cause her to stumble, not like completely fall flat on her face, but like she falls to one knee and glares back at you, but then
I'm
stands
just
up
gonna
and
say, wait. Let it play out.
roll persuasion.
I guess I'll add one more line.
Hmm.
He's only going to try to help.
She takes 3 slow steps towards them, but then she stops, um, looks back at you, and then looks back at them, and you see Sanajit walking back towards you. He seems frustrated. Um, and I don't know if Sarkovin's got like an expression on his face, but Sanajit reaches up to Zianya, and she kind of like she sees her sword and kind of like holds her hands up towards him, and he says, "It's fine. We'll talk about it later. Don't worry about it for now." And they start heading towards the bright bottle.
Can I roll an insight check to see what Sokoven's expression would have been?
Sure.
Is this RuneScape? I love this.
You know, I mean,
Seven.
if Taylor, it's up to you how obvious Sarkovian's expression is, and if a 7 would give any information or not.
Love, you see the look of defeat and like a missed opportunity.
I'll just
Not
walk
much
over,
more.
put a hand on his shoulder. You tried. You didn't have to, and you tried. It's alright.
Right. Right. Well, we were going somewhere, right?
Hopefully to get some beverages? The bright bottle, I believe. Core? Eochora? I just put an arm on each. Actually, I can't put an arm on their shoulders. It would be on their waist, maybe. Maybe their thigh.
How tall are you?
That's a good question. I don't remember.
Takara is 7'3".
Core would be like 6'5", I think.
We are big boys.
I'm 5'8". I'm 5'8".
Yeah, you could reach my elbow.
I go to do it and I touch her weenus accidentally for a second. I think it's that way. And I just start walking ahead of you.
Takara shakes
What
her
a
head.
term I've heard in many a moon.
Yeah.
Core just goes sarcastically, yes, in the same direction that they are. This won't be awkward at all.
No one's groped my wangus in many a decade. Okay, as we go.
Problem.
It is, yeah. As we go. Sokov and I don't really know what your intentions were, and I don't need to, but this is what I meant when I said that every path will have its consequences, even if the intentions were good.
I think I'm starting to understand that now.
Alrighty. So let's jump back over to Lilavati and all the NPCs that you brought out of that dungeon. As you're kind of walking, Marielle kind of gets in step with you and says, I don't know much about you. You've been pretty quiet. How'd you fall in with this lot?
By circumstance, they happened to all show up at the inn that I cooked for, and one thing led to another, and we were in a scuffle, and we fought alongside each other.
Ah, yes, very specific. Thanks for all the details.
I know how much you love details.
Well, you're not wrong. Um, you're one of those wildfire druids, right?
By nature, yes. By affiliation, not anymore.
Hmm. Couldn't handle the heat.
More like the heat couldn't handle me.
Well, as you said, I like the details, and if you're interested in sharing more, I'll make it worth your while.
Now that you mention it, we could have a conversation about it since there maybe have some you may have some information I want as well.
All right. Well, I have some work to do with your friend over there, so I'll be in town for some time. So I'm sure we'll find a good time to talk about it.
Looking forward to it.
And it's around this time that everybody arrives at the Bright Bottle. Um, so at this point, we're kind of going to shift into a little downtime, and so over the next 2 weeks, start thinking about what if there's anything your character wants to do during this time. I have several different little events planned that are going to happen over the next couple days. Um, so if nothing, no inspiration strikes you, feel free to just kind of hang out and react to stuff what happens. But if you have specific ideas of what you want to do, just let me know. And the sooner you send me that information, the better I can prep it. But yeah, so you have a good time at the end. Um, Celebrate your victory. Um, Sanaja has a bit of a sour mood, but quickly enjoys the fine company and all the people there. Um, that night, you all kind of go to bed in the inn, and you know, it's all in the house. They're happy for what you've
Uh,
done
I
for the
would have
town. Hmm.
I would have done something before bed.
Sure.
Um, I would just make a bonfire in my room,
Hmm.
assuming it's like a private room,
Yeah.
and de-waterlog my arm
Okay.
and try and repair it a bit from the fights.
Yeah, you're able to do so. You're Yeah, it's one of those things that was kind of bothering you all day, but now that you finally have some alone time, you can take care of it. Um, all right, so everyone kind of goes to sleep in their respective rooms, and Lil Vati, as you reach the comforts of slumber, you find yourself in a dream. One sec. Let's see. So, you are flying through a forest. The trees are tall, dark, old, tangled, and twisted. The air here is dusty and dead. You feel branches and thorns whip and tear at your skin as you fly by. Above, a full moon stares down at you. Its light breaks the canopy, creating moonbeams that pierce the forest. Your eyes follow a moonbeam all the way down to the forest floor. There you see new young trees growing. They are healthy, vibrant, and alive. But the older trees don't let enough light get to them. The young trees cannot grow and flourish, and they soon die, choked to death by the older trees. These larger trees continue to grow, intertwining with each other and blocking out more light until the moon is completely hidden and you're in complete darkness. Then, sudden light. Bright, blinding light and heat, nigh unbearable heat. You feel your skin crack and peel, but slowly the heat and light becomes bearable. It doesn't fade. You just become adjusted to it, and it is comfortable. You open your eyes and see the forest again, but it looks completely different. A beautiful sunrise paints the sky orange as it illuminates the vegetation around you. The old, twisted trees seem to have been burned to ashes. Trunks are all that is left of them. The younger growths, previously blocked from light, are now growing strong, reaching heights impossible while the older trees remain. The rising sun gives the young trees light and love as they are freed from their shackles. You then look directly into the sun and see a faintly feminine face looking at you from it. Flame of Phlegethos, you will be my light in the darkness. Shadow and sickness has come to this land and it must be burnt away. Your victory here is tremendous, but the war is far from over. That which is old must become young. That which is dark must become light. That which is sick must become healthy. Bring my light and warmth to all the people of Sharoner. And then you fall gently back to sleep. You gain the Flame of Phlegethos feat. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. Thanks for playing, everyone.
Yeah.